Omagyanatimirandasya Gyananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnaprasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamani Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhabheva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. So I was thinking what I should talk today. So for my own purification, I just thought of one topic which many devotees have spoken in the past. So I will just talk about that. I share my screen. The topic is, can you see my screen, everybody?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, the topic is demons in Vrindavan Lila. Krishna vanquishes our material desires. This is actually a seminar given by Bhakti Chaitanya Swami. So I'm just, I read this and I just want to share with you. So it is a lot of things in it, but we'll just talk for 30-40 minutes today. We can continue later if you want and go more detailed. But yeah, we can start. We'll start here somewhere. So it's an ongoing topic because Krishna has killed so many demons in his Vrindavan Lila. So Krishna, everybody, he's a Swayam Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's a fountainhead of all the incarnations. Everything is coming from him. He is Shaktiman, and he has so many Shaktis, and he has so many expansion incarnations. So he is Golokeva Nivasati. He is always situated in his Goloka Dham, in spiritual abode, in spiritual world. But he also comes down to the material world to display his pastimes. So the reason is, there are three reasons. In Gita, Krishna mentions that why he comes, why he takes avatar. Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. There are three reasons. Paritraya sadhuna means for the pleasure of devotees, to help devotees advance. And vinashaya dushkritam, so to destroy the negative elements. And third one is dharma samsthapana, to establish dharma. So what is real dharma? So real dharma is to love God. So to establish that, he comes. We have many other dharmas, secondary dharmas, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. They're just secondary to be in this world, how to be in this world. But the actual dharma is to get Krishna prem. So Krishna comes down with his entourage, with everybody, with his parshads, my parents, mother, father, friends, cows, everything, and whole Vrindavan Dham abode itself. So when he comes down with everybody. And before he comes down, actually Dham comes first. Vrindavan comes first. Vrindavan manifests first. And then the families and the cows, and eventually Krishna appears. Shri Krishna Janmashtami on the Ashtami of the month of, I think, August, like that. So when Krishna comes, so actually in spiritual world, Krishna's pastimes are of two kinds. One is Nitya Lila, another one is Naimitika Lila. Those are new terms. Nitya Lila means eternal pastimes. Naimitika Lila means occasional pastimes. Means they come and go. They are not eternal. Okay. So Nitya Lila is Radha Krishna's Ashtagali Lila. They are Nitya Lila. They are eternally going on in spiritual world in Golok Vrindavan. So even in Golok Vrindavan, it is 24 hours like that, because it is same like an Nara Lila. So the Ashtakali Lila, they are 8-fold pastimes. Radha and Krishna's 8-fold pastimes, they always happen in Vrindavan, in Golok Vrindavan, in spiritual world. So they are Nitya Lilas. And when he appears here on earth, here also the Nitya Lila goes on, but Naimitika Lila also occurs in between sometimes. Naimitika Lila means occasional Lila, like Krishna taking birth, because Krishna doesn't take birth in spiritual world, but he takes birth in material world. But Krishna taking birth and Krishna killing demons, Krishna leaving Vrindavan, going to Mathura and Dwarka, and again coming back to Vrindavan. These are all naimithical occasions. They only happen in material world. So killing of demons happens only when Krishna comes down to the material world. And there is no need of killing of demons in spiritual world because there are no demons in spiritual world. Everybody is Sachidananda. Everybody is full of love for Krishna. Okay. So when Krishna came, he appeared in Mathura, and then Vasudev takes him to Gokula, and then he is taken care by Ma Yashoda and Nanda Baba. So from the very day one itself, he is in Vrindavan. Actually, it says that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan, the Vrindavan Krishna. So the one who takes birth in Mathura is Vasudev Krishna. Vasudev brings him to Gokul, and then the Vasudev Krishna merges into Vrindavan Krishna. Vrindavan Krishna is always son of Yashoda, Ma Yashoda, and Nanda Baba. So when Krishna takes birth, and obviously we know that story where Kamsa Maharaj, it is a prophecy, right? So the 8th child will be the reason for your death. So he wants to kill all the children in Vrindavan, and he wants to find Krishna, and he want to also kill him. So for that reason, he sends many demons to Vrindavan to find that baby and kill. From day one itself, Kamsa sends so many demons, and they always search for Krishna in Vrindavan forest, and try to kill him. So what does it mean, killing demons in Vrindavan? So Krishna kills demons because he cannot kill demons in spiritual world. He kills it here, and this is also a display of a rasa. It's called Virya rasa, means the chivalry, the bravery. So he wants to fight. So when he wants to fight, he comes to material world and he fights, right? So, but the inner meaning of these demons is also, these demons represent our anarthas, our impediments that we experience in our bhakti life. So these demons are personification of that. So when we go through the stages, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashakti, Rati, Bhav, and Prem. So at the stage of Anartha Nivritti, there's so many impediments we have. They are called anarthas, unwanted desires, obstacles, impediments, everything is called anarthas. So they all actually they are represented by demons, various demons in Vrindavan Lila. And Krishna mercifully destroys them from the root. So how Krishna destroys, these demons are in our heart. So how Krishna destroys when we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Kali Kale Nama Rupa Krishna Avatare. Krishna in Kali Yuga appears as Nam, holy name. So when we do Sankirtan, when we do Japa, then actually the Krishna will personally destroy all these material desires in the heart. And these material desires, unwanted desires, are represented by various demons in Vrindavan Lila. Okay, and actually these impediments are 4 categories. Okay, 4 categories. So these anarthas are of 4 categories. The first category is anarthas that arises due to sinful activities, because when we do some sinful activities, they create some anarthas. Anarthas means desires, unwanted desires. So the anarthas come under that one category is anarthas created due to our sinful activities. Okay, and second category is anarthas created due to our pious activities as well. We get anarthas due to pious activities as well, not only just sinful activities, but pious activity also. Due to pap, we get some anarthas. Anarthas rise due to punya also, anarthas rise. That is second category. Third category is anarthas that arise due to improper sadhana of bhakti sadhana. When we don't do properly the bhakti, then also there are anarthas that arise. So that is one. And the fourth category is offenses. When we do offenses in like holy name Namaprad, 10 offenses, then also anarthas arises. So anarthas means desires. So desires, like unwanted desires. So we know that, many sinful anarthas due to sins are like you want to do more sin, those kind of things. So we'll go and see what they are briefly. So anarthas arising from previous sinful activities. So what are they? Ignorance. Ignorance. So we think anything is temporary, we think it as a permanent. Avidya. And next is false ego. We identify with the body and senses. We don't see any spiritual substance. We always see through material sense perception. Whatever we see, we only believe in that. So we don't go beyond the cause and effect of our bodily senses. Then attachment. It creates a lot of attachment for anything that gives us happiness. And also it creates hatred. If something causes us unhappiness, we create hatred. And abhinivesha means we always absorbed in body. So impediments due to sinful activities, this is what these are the anarthas: ignorance, false ego, attachment and hatred, and always absorbed in body, fear of death, including fear of death. So these are like very gross. Okay, and this all cause sufferings. Anarthas arising from previous sins are 5 types, and they all cause sufferings. The second category is anarthas arising from previous pious activities. So when we do a nice activity, when you do some punya, then you get attached to sense enjoyment, you get attached to mode of goodness, sapta guna, and you want to feel liberation, you want to enjoy liberation when we do punya activities, because there is no suffering, right? When you do punya, suffering doesn't occur. So because of that, the devotee will have the desire of mukti and sense enjoyment in mode of goodness. And anarthas due to improper performance of bhakti means someone who doesn't do properly the bhakti under the instruction of spiritual master. They also get anarthas, like they want material wealth and facilities and worship, respect by others, and comfortable position, fame, and power. So those desires will occur. So they are doing bhakti, but since they don't do bhakti properly, the desires that arises are they want name, fame, they want people to recognize them, that how much they are doing, how much good, great devotee they are. So those kind of anarthas will creep up in the heart of sadhaka. So one should be very careful with them. And the anarthas that arises from offenses is namaprad. They are very dangerous. They actually basically stop devotional service. They actually completely put a break on that. So we have 10 offenses. So 10 offenses to holy name, to blaspheme devotees. Should never blaspheme devotees. To consider demigods are equal to or independent of Vishnu. So that is an offense. To disobey one's spiritual master's instructions, they say an offense. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures is offense. To glorify to consider the glories of chanting to be imagination, that's an offense. To give some mundane interpretation on the holy name. To commit sin on the strength of the holy name. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna to be the karma kanda activity. And to preach glories of the holy name to the faithless. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name. And to maintain attachments. And the biggest offense is inattentive while chanting. So these are all offenses that actually put a break on bhakti. So they are very dangerous, this offense. So we can discuss this removal of how the removal of anarthas happens, but actually this is a separate topic. But how Krishna killing demons in Vrindavan, what these demons represented? So we have read so many anarthas, right? So what these demons represent? What anartha they represent? So each demon represents one or many anarthas, and Krishna removes them very nicely. Actually, Krishna and Balram removes them. So there are demons killed by Krishna and Balram. So the demons killed by Krishna, they represent some anarthas which are effortlessly removed by Krishna. And the demons which are killed by Balram, for that, we also need to put some effort to remove them. So we'll discuss that later. So let's get into the demons, list of demons. Okay. So the very first demon which Krishna kills in his pastime, in his Braja Lila on earth, what demon is that? Putana. He's very small. Krishna is just born, and Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya, they perform ceremonies, various ceremonies, and they invite everybody to their home to bless the child. Okay, so this Putana is a witch, and what does Putana represent? What kind of anarthas she represent? Putana represents pseudo guru. So the pseudo guru means false guru. False guru may appear in one or both forms. One is a deceitful guru, externally, one who cheats the people. Instead of showing them the spiritual path, they misdirect them. So it's false guru, bogus guru. And also there is another kind of guru which is our material mind itself, which is in our brain. You know, the mind which always try to think logically about everything and have a reasoning for everything, and having a mundane reasoning, like they don't believe in spirituality and all the stuff. So the material mind itself is also a false guru. So Putana is a false guru, bogus guru. So when a new devotee, when he comes to Krishna consciousness, Krishna will make sure that he doesn't get into one of these two gurus, in the hands of one of these two gurus. Because a innocent person, a devotee or a seeker approaches Krishna, Krishna will personally make sure that if the person is sincere, he wants to know the truth, he will make sure that that person does not fall in the hands of false guru, and also it does not get bluffed by his own material mind. So what Krishna does is, Krishna enters into the heart of that person and destroys them, destroy the Putana in the heart of that person. Means he will be saved from false guru, bogus guru, and at the same time he will be saved from his material mind. Krishna will personally kick those things out of the heart and life of the aspirant, the spiritual aspirant. So who is Putana? Putana is actually in Vamandev pastime, when Vamandev approaches Bali Maharaj, when Bali Maharaj is doing Yajna, Vamandev comes there. And Vamandev is, it is said in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami says that Krishna has 6 opulence, right? Out of which the beauty is also his opulence. Krishna is very beautiful. So the example of the beauty of Krishna is, Rupa Goswami gives that Vamandev is an example of beauty. Lord Balaram is an example of beauty. Mohini Devi is an example of beauty. So if someone wants to know the beauty of Krishna, here Rupa Goswami gave the example of these 3 incarnations of the Lord. Lord Vamandev, Lord Balaram, and Mohini Devi. So Vamandev is very beautiful. He's a small boy holding umbrella. He's in deer skin and holding kamandul, and he comes into the Yajna arena of Bali Maharaj. Then Bali Maharaj's sister is Ratnamala, the younger sister of Bali Maharaj. So she sees, at the very first glance, she sees the little boy, and she feels, wow, this boy is so beautiful. I wish I had a son like this little boy. She gets a desire in her heart, so strong desire. And Vamandev, being in everybody's heart, he knows that he is a Paramatma in everybody's heart, right? He knows the desire of Ratnamala. So he understood that she got a desire that she wants to love me as a child. But Vamandev is there for a purpose. He cannot fulfill it right away. So he knows that I will fulfill her desire, because her desire was very pure. I'll fulfill her desire when I come as Lord Krishna in my avatar in Dwapar Yuga. So in this, and then after Bali Maharaj, Vamandev asks for charity, and then we know the pastime, right? He takes over the entire kingdom, property, everything, even Bali Maharaj as well. He takes a 3 feet. So one is the entire earth, planet, the land, and then the sky. Then the third step is on the head of Bali Maharaj. So he owns everything. And knowing this, Ratnamala becomes very angry. You came as a small boy and you have cheated my brother, Bali Maharaj. So she becomes very angry, and she feels like, I want to kill you. She gets that desire as well in the heart, which is not favorable for bhakti. The first was Krishna Anushilanam, where she wants to love Krishna as a boy. That is Krishna Anushilanam. But the second desire that comes, that feeling that comes, is she wants to kill that boy because he cheated Bali Maharaj. So then that is not Krishna Anushilanam. That is not favorable. That is not bhakti. So Vamandev he seated in the heart of Ratnamala. He knows that as well. So he wants to fulfill that desire as well. So for that purpose, Putana takes birth, Ratnamala takes birth when Krishna in Dwapar Yuga as witch Putana. So Kamsa actually hires her to actually find all the babies, because this is the first, Krishna is just born. So just go and find in Vrindavan, kill all the babies. He gives the ultimatum that find all the babies and kill all of them. So Putana goes to Gokula, Vrindavan, and she takes all the babies and kills them actually. And finally one day she sees again there's a big, ceremony party is going on in Nanda Baba's home in Gokul. So being a witch, she can change her form. So that is what it is, deceit, false guru. She can change her form to cheat. So she want to enter into the ceremony. She want to go and, everybody's giving blessings to Krishna, little Krishna, baby Krishna. So she changes her form as just like a heavenly damsel, like a heavenly goddess, like goddess of fortune. And she enters into the house of Yashoda Maya, and everybody thinks that she is directly, some goddess come to bless Krishna. So nobody stops her. She goes enters into the inner chambers and goes directly to Krishna. And everybody is busy, with other activities. And when Putana is very close to Krishna, Krishna does some very strange thing. He closes the eyes. So our acharyas have given multiple meanings why Krishna closes his eyes. So the reasons I remember is like Krishna closes his eyes because he's going to kill a woman. So that's why he feels bad. So he closes the eyes. That is one reason is given. And second reason is Krishna, when Putana approaches Krishna, Krishna gives some message in the heart of Putana and assuring her he closes his eyes. And then third reason is like she's like my mother, she's like my nurse. So I'm very happy to see her, and in that reciprocation also he closes his eyes. So there are other reasons as well, I don't remember, but so Krishna closes his eyes, again he opens it. Then Putana takes Krishna into the lab, and she um, takes him out, like she runs away. And then she comes to her original form. She's like very ugly, big form, like big legs, big, very big teeth, and all crazy hair and all the stuff. She's like 8 miles long. She becomes 8 miles long, so big. And Krishna just sucks on the breast of the Putana and takes away the life of Putana, and she just falls on the ground. And the other place I visited, it's near Gokul, where she actually falls away. It's 8 miles long. It's a big village, but it was the devotees, they were telling that this is where Putana has fallen. And when she's fallen, then all the Brajvasis come running. What happened? Is Krishna safe? Finally, they find Krishna is safe, and Putana is dead. Then they collect all the sticks, so many sticks, and to try to burn her body. And then they actually cut so many trees and cremate her. And the crime of cremation, the actually usually bad smell comes, but here the fragrance was coming out. Like it's a very nice smell was coming out when Putana's body was burning. The reason for this is when Krishna sucks the life out of Putana, he also sucks out all the sins, bad, negative things from her body. Her body actually becomes pure. At that moment, when Krishna kills, her body becomes pure. It becomes so pure that the body doesn't even smell bad. So when they burn, actually this fragrance comes out, and everybody is astonished. What is this happening? So here Krishna kills the Putana that comes into the life of a devotee as false guru, as bogus guru, or also the Putana that takes in the form of material mind. So Krishna will destroy these two to make sure that the new devotee is fixed on the spiritual path. So Krishna will personally take care of this. A devotee doesn't have to do anything here. Krishna will only take care. It's very effortlessly done. For a sincere devotee, Krishna will take care of it. Sincere devotee doesn't need to worry. Oh, is he bogus guru, or is he real guru, or is my mind, is my mind bothering me? All those things doesn't need to think. The devotee has to just simply surrender to Krishna. Please help me, and Krishna will personally take care of it without any effort from the devotee, from the sadhaka. So Putana here represents a false guru, bogus guru, or a material mind which takes away from spiritual path. Krishna will kick them out and help devotee walk forward, advance. So, anybody knows what is the second demon Krishna killed in Vrindavan? Second demon Krishna killed is Shatakasura. Shatakasura, yeah. Kalia is like he's almost like 6 years old when he actually doesn't kill Kalia. He actually dances on the head of Kalia. He removes all the poison from Kalia. Actually, when he kills demons, means he kills a demoniac mentality. In some cases, he kills the demon itself. Sometimes he tames them. So second demon he kills is Shatakasura. He is like very young, still small baby. So when Putana came, he was like 6 days old. And here when Shatakasura comes, he is like almost 3 months old. So what Shatakasura represent? This demon represents a load-carrying mentality arising out of old and new bad habits from this life and previous life. He also represents lethargy, dullness, and false pride. Krishna removes this contamination by kicking it aside. So once again, Shatakasura represents the old and new bad habits. So a devotee, a sadhaka, may have his old habits coming into his spiritual life, and he may develop new habits, So Krishna will make sure that these habits are destroyed. So Krishna personally kicks them out. Krishna destroys these habits. How? Through his holy name. So if someone is sincerely chanting this holy name, his habits go away automatically. It's very effortless. We don't even know that those habits have gone. You might have experienced this in your own life as well. Like Putanas, Krishna does it automatically without any effort from us. He will remove all the false bogus gurus. He will present you the real guru in front of you. He will also clean your mind so that you get spiritual thoughts, by destroying Putana. And by destroying Satakasur, he also indicating that he will destroy all the old and new bad habits. So because habits, what they do is they they causes impediment in our spiritual life. So anukulasya sankalpa pratikulasya varjana. So this varjana, pratikulasya varjana, so Krishna will do it. When we are sincerely chanting, they automatically go away. You will not even notice that they are going away. They're so effortlessly they are done. So when we are very sincerely chanting, Krishna will take care of them. So Shatakasura is actually a subtle body. He in previous life, he actually creates some problem to Lomasa Muni. So Lomasa Muni actually curses him that you become bodiless. So he takes a subtle body. Actually, they have a subtle body, doesn't have a gross body. So he is Kamsamara sends him to kill Krishna. So he hides under a cart. The cart, usually they have a lot of things put on, like all the fruits, vegetables, things, all the household items are kept on the cart. So those all that load also represent our old and new bad habits. So Krishna is lying there on the ground, which is very close to the cart. So everybody is busy doing their activities. Then suddenly Krishna kicks the cart and cart breaks, and this demon was under the cart. So he gets killed by that kick. So in this way, Satakasura gets delivered. He gets liberation. So one thing is Putana gets a position as a nursing mother in Goloka Vrindavan. She becomes mother of Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan because she has a desire to serve Krishna as a baby when she saw Vaman Dev. So she gets the same place in Vrindavan. See, so merciful. Lord is so merciful. Actually, Lord's mercy you can measure. Someone who is coming to kill him, he makes his mother. So that is a mercy of the Lord. Here Satakasura doesn't have any such desires. So when he gets killed, he gets Sayujya Mukti. So we have the 5 kinds of muktis. The last kind of mukti is Sayujya Mukti, means you enter into the body, the effulgence of Krishna. Basically, you lose your existence. It is not recommended for the devotees. Only demons get the Sayujya Mukti. Brahman, they enter in impersonal liberation is given very easily to demons. What to speak of devotees? Devotees are given very high place in the heart of Krishna. And when any demon killed by Krishna, they get Sayujya Mukti. And we hear many Mayavadis and impersonalists, they are struggling to get Sayujya Mukti, but Krishna gives it to demons. So it's very interesting. So Satakasura doesn't have any such desires. So he gets Sayujya Mukti. He's the second demon. He comes in subtle body. So what he represents? He represents our old and new bad habits. And Krishna kicks them out. When we engage in devotional service, when we do Sankirtan and when we do nice japa, Krishna will kick them out. You don't even know. You don't even put any extra effort in kick them out. They automatically go away. It's okay. So it's no effort from from devotee side. Krishna will personally clean it up. And the third demon is Trinavrata. So Trinavrata, what he represents? He represents false pride produced by useless scholarship, which gives rise to wrangling, debates, and arguments, dry reasoning, dry logical intelligence, and association of people who are attached to such things. It produces controversy which is disloyal to the path of pure bhakti, such as Mayavad and Buddhism. It is a breeding place of demonic, sinful philosophies. So Lord Krishna becomes moved by the humility of devotees who carefully avoid this fault, and he strangles the demon and removes the thorn from his devotees' endeavors in devotional service. So Trinavrata is basically representing a scholarship which is of useless scholarship, which is not good for bhakti, like mundane, dry reasoning, arguments, logically, and also creating Mayavadi mentality, Buddhism mentality, and creating all nonsense kind of philosophies. So they all creep up in the heart of devotee or the mind of devotee. But if someone who is very humble, who avoids them carefully, Krishna kills that demon, removes everything from devotee's heart, so devotee can advance. So Trinavrata represents the false pride. He represents false pride due to scholarship, useless scholarship. Krishna destroys that. So who is Trinavrata? In Brahma Vaivarta Purana, it is mentioned that he was a king Pandya. He was a king of Pandya Desha named Sahasraksha. He was cursed by Durvasa Muni for appearing naked before him while the king was enjoying with his 1,000 wives. He was cursed to live on earth for 100,000 years and then be killed by Lord Krishna. So Trinavrata is a whirlwind. It's like a tornado. That is his appearance. So when Krishna is small and Yashoda Maya holds Krishna and she's doing work. She's working and Krishna is always in the lap, in the arms of Yashoda Maya. But Yashoda Maya is working so hard and suddenly feels Krishna is becoming heavier and heavier. So in Ishopanishad, it's mentioned he is the fast and the fastest, is the slowest and the slowest. He's the bigger and also the smallest. He's the most heavy and also is most light. All the contradicting qualities are there in Krishna. So Krishna is becoming heavy. The baby is becoming heavy. So Yashoda Maya puts him down on the floor. Then she is busy doing work. Then suddenly this tornado, Tufan, comes, and this whirlwind is actually Trinavrata. He enters and he takes Krishna into that whirlwind and goes high and high and high in the sky. He goes so high in the sky. And then his plan was to throw Krishna from the very, from the height. So Krishna will fall on the ground and he will get hurt. And so he goes very high. But Krishna becomes heavier and heavier. And Trinavrata is thinking, why this little boy is becoming so heavy? He becomes so heavy, but actually he pushes Trinavrata down to the earth and he smashes Trinavrata to the earth. In that way, Trinavrata gets killed by Krishna. So again, Trinavrata attains Sayuja Mukti here. Okay, so there are many other demons. I think there are like 21 demons which Krishna kills in Vrindavan. They all represent some kind of anarthas. So far we have read about Putana, the first demon. Second demon is Chatakasur. Third is Trinavrata. So Putana represents false bogus guru. And Chatakasur represents the Chatakasur represents old and new habits, bad habits. So Putana represents the bogus guru, Chatakasur represents bad habits, and Trinavrata represents the pride due to useless scholarship. So we will stop here. There are many more. We just, out of 21 demons, we just discussed 3 demons. Try to remember this, like what they represent and what Krishna will do them. Okay. So anybody have any comments or questions? What we have discussed so far in this killing of Putana, Shatakasur and Trinavrata, what they represent. Want to add anything here?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much for the nice session.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for explaining the little Krishna Leelas in Vrindavana.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so we just cover only 3 demons. We have total 21. So
Yeah. Are we going to cover a few more, Prabhu, today?
not today. We actually will stop here. So if I have any questions, we will continue next time.
Okay.
Continue. But
Okay.
main thing is, remember that what these demons represent. Putna represents false guru, and
Yeah.
Shataka represents bad habits. Trinavata represents false pride due to scholarship, mundane scholarship.
Got you, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, thank
Hare
you for
Krishna.
thank you for the wonderful class. It took us back to the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Wonderful to hear them back. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. So if nobody have any comments or anything, or they want to add something, actually this is this representation of various demons and the anarthas are described in the book called Sri Chaitanya Shikshamrita by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Okay, so he's our acharya. So based on that, this presentation is prepared by Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj. I'm just using his material here so that we can share, because I am also studying along with you. So
Prabhu, will you be sharing this PDF in the group?
yeah, I can share with everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, please, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So if nobody has anything, then we can stop. So today being Ekadashi, I just make it short. Maybe next time we will have it like 1 hour session like that. Okay. Okay, Prabhu. So we will end here. Jai Shri Krishna ki jai, Vrindavana Lila ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha pattanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari. Thank you, everybody. See you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.